that's priceless, because that's consistent, it's always there until the day it's not. And that's the only part that you can count on. And that will never let you down. That part of you that has you breathe without thinking, has your heartbeat without thinking, that part of you, if you can get a really good, strong relationship with that part of you, your spirit, your higher self, life's so easy. I always say the noise disappears. And you're able to see things clearly, you're able to make decisions clearly, you don't get distracted like people do, you're not chasing butterflies and the grass is not greener, and all the stuff that people, you sit there and you watch people doing their thing, and you're like, wow, like it doesn't have to be like that. You can get 10 times more done in a tenth of the time and have an amazing life. But if you haven't had that foundation put in place, then you're just, as I say, you're just on a faster treadmill, right? You might have a bigger bank balance and bigger toys, but your life, you haven't changed as a person. And oftentimes, if that stuff disappears, you will go down the hole that I went down for 2 years, because you think that is you, and it's not. And you're so much greater than anything you'll ever create in your entire life. And for me, that's fundamental, especially as an entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, you'll be challenged way more than somebody that hasn't gone this route. You just will. It's the nature of life. Because as an entrepreneur, we make a decision. A decision to what? To fend for ourselves. We're not relying. See, for a job, you just turn up and you get paid. Literally. And when you go into any office environment, I get to work with companies all over the world, and the dynamics don't change. They're the same. When you go into any company, the people at the bottom ground floor level, at any opportunity, will take cigarette breaks and coffee breaks and water breaks and toilet breaks and whatever other breaks, lunch breaks and Kit Kat breaks and whatever they have. Because why? They're turning up to get paid, not because they're turning up to create anything. But when you're self-employed, you can take as many of those as you like, but there's nobody guaranteeing your paycheck at the end of the month. So already the heat is on from the decision that you make to go self-employed. For me, I've got so much respect for anybody that takes that journey, because it is chalk and cheese. It's huge. It speaks volumes about what's inside of you and what you're about, what you're up for. You're taking the biggest risk of anyone on planet Earth. And sometimes we don't give ourselves that credit, because it's the bubble we're living in. We take for granted, it's just what we do. But hey, you know what? It is just what we do, but don't take it for granted. Shine, share with others, inspire as many, because not everyone knows this stuff, right? And that's why I'm all about empowering as many people as possible to get out and share with other people that are maybe in an earlier part of the journey that you're in. Because guess what? They're not getting recognized. They're not getting the lift that they need. Oftentimes, they're on their own, fighting their battles without the tools and technology that many of us have been exposed to and privileged with, right? So giving back is, like, for me, as important as creating.